I think a lot of people relate to Christmas being a time of magic when they were younger, a time of excitement, and one that was unparalleled. Some people look forward to it for the entire year, just for the one day. Now, as you get older, reality hits. You find out things like Santa isn't real, and you find the price of gifts to be quite expensive, and it becomes more of a chore than a exciting time. Why is that? Is there a way to combat it, or is our job just to make it more enjoyable for the next generation? Now, I've had the same experience as many people have, I think, where Christmas is exactly as I just described it, and as you grow older, it slowly starts to lose its excitement until it's just another day. I remember being so excited that I couldn't sleep the night before, and now I sleep in Christmas Day. I never thought I'd say that. So, what if I want it to be magical again? What if I want that feeling again? Now, last year I was working retail at this time. And if you are in retail right now, I feel so sorry for you. I'm so sorry you have to deal with those constant Christmas carols. I remember there were so many that I had the song completely memorized, and it's so funny because I'd look at the patterns between all the different Christmas songs, and they're all basically the same lyrics, just rearranged. But yeah, that's definitely very annoying, and I feel like that takes the fun out of it too. I didn't want to listen to Christmas carols when I got home, obviously, and it kind of killed the excitement. But this year's a bit different. This year I'm no longer in retail. I have family I'm with, and I have a girlfriend that we're celebrating Christmas. And I realized that I need to, if I want it to be exciting, I need to make it exciting. You know what I mean? Christmas is kind of weird for me. I suffer from seasonal affectiveness disorder. Now, I do have depression. I think I've said that before. I have depression, and I have other mental health issues, but it kind of just makes my depression worse. It makes me not want to move around much, and it kind of just gets me in a slump during winter. And I contribute that to the sunlight and the lack of being able to go outside. I like going for walks and stuff, and I just can't really do that during winter. And so winter is not a fun time. I much rather fall is my favorite season. And so I was looking at how I can make it better for myself. And I was trying to figure out why people love Christmas so much. You know, I never really got the hype around it once I got a little bit older. Aside from presents, because that ever like I'll be honest here, every kid's just excited for presents, right? But as I got older, you know, I valued things like family time more, and things like that. And so one of the other things I realized is giving gifts is just as fun as receiving gifts. I love spending money on people. Well, that sounds weird. I love putting time and thought into something and knowing it's something that they'll really enjoy and giving that to them. I think that's awesome. And I also, like, this year I went out and bought a new Christmas sweater. It has Jake from Adventure Time on it. I thought it was just kind of funny. I did that. I put up a little snowman on my TV. I don't go crazy for decorations, but I just like one or two little things. I did that. I think that's about the extent of it. When I was setting up our tree, I put on a Christmas movie, and I made myself a little hot chocolate and stuff. And so the point I'm trying to make here is, by telling you all these things, is it's almost like I'm making my own fun. I don't like Christmas carols. I That's not really my thing, but I can enjoy Christmas in other ways. And by figuring out what I like to do and how to celebrate and stuff, I can have my own fun with it. And so, well, yes, it's not going to recreate the same magic I felt when I was 7 years old. Obviously not. You can never reach that again, but it's a different experience. You can experience something that you wouldn't have been able to experience at that age. So, like, we have in my town, we have this. It's called the Santa Claus Parade. Basically, all the businesses around have these floats, usually just like a vehicle or something. They'll decorate it and they'll go walk and they give kids candy canes and stuff. It's kind of neat. And so I haven't been there for, I don't know, a few years. Been since COVID, I think. So like 6 years, maybe, give or take. Anyway, and so this year I was actually one of the people giving out the candy canes because I work for the radio station in my town, and so they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I would have never been able to do that as a kid, and it was one of those things where it was kind of cool. I have this Legend of Zelda Christmas sweater, and I wore that, and I felt, I just felt kind of a little festive. It's not about going all out. It's just about doing something. And I remember I used to get really depressed around Christmas time. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's because I longed for when I was a kid. But my mental health would be very, very poor. And I'm not saying that it's fixed now. I'm just saying that I needed to change. I knew I needed to change something. And it's somewhat small, but maybe it could help you. Just kind of reframing your mindset. And like I said, maybe you're not into the standard Christmas things, but even making traditions for yourself can go a long way. So, like, I don't know, let's say I used to do this thing. There's the Star Wars holiday special. It's like absolutely brutal. It's released after the first Star Wars. Every Christmas I used to watch that. I don't know why. I was like a nerdy kid. But it was one of those things where I made my own tradition with it. Maybe you're in a point in life where you can't hang out with family. That's obviously going to take a toll on you. That's going to suck. But one thing that really helped me during these times was Animal Crossing, believe it or not. They have, I think they call it Toy Day. And I guess they're trying to keep religion out of it. So it's called Toy Day. And you celebrate with your villagers, and I think you help give out presents, and you get some presents too, and that made my Christmas a little better. There's times where some stuff happened, or I couldn't get together with my family, and that changed it. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I kind of got off topic a bit, but my point being is it's all about making it special for you, and doing what's right for you. So I hope you guys took something from this video. I hope you all have a good holiday, and take care of yourselves. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.